What's up, honeys? It's KingBritneyChanel, you already know, and I'm back with another video. So y'all, with everything that has been going on in the headlines with a lot of these rappers, I just have like a lot of questions. One of my questions: do y'all feel like flexing is becoming a big deal and causing rappers and hip hop their downfall? Y'all let me know. And also, I feel like with this whole Pop Smoke situation, I feel like it's reminding me so much of speaker knockers. And it's just like a trend. All of these rappers that I'm talking about are from New York. They were up and coming, very talented, and I feel like there has been a trend. So I'm gonna get into this, but before I do, definitely make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of my videos, and I hope you enjoy my commentary on this. Y'all, like with all of the headlines and just all of these, very young and talented rappers that, have their time in the spotlight, and it just seems like the flame is just put out right like that, y'all. Like, have y'all noticed that? Like, it seems like, because all of the rappers, like I said, that I'm going to talk about, they're from New York City, okay? They're from New York or New York City. And it seems like there has been this trend of have a certain image, right? Have a certain image or live a certain lifestyle. And it seems like this flexing and, this having certain habits or antagonizing certain people or, being a part of a gang is causing, a lot of the downfall of these young men. Like, I'm really starting to notice that. Like, I mean, it's been a thing, but I'm really starting to see it. Like, the whole thing with Big Poppy Lockster, that's what Pop would call itself on Instagram or whatever. I think with him, like with everything with that, he reminded me so much of Speaker Knockerz. I'm gonna call Speaker Knockerz SK for this video so I don't get tongue twisted and all of that other stuff. Because thinking about it, like Speaker Knockerz, up and coming, he was producing for a lot of people like Gucci, and he was 19 when he went on to the glory. You feel what I'm saying? And I think they found him, I think wasn't March the 4th, years ago. And he had like a similar lifestyle, flexing. He was making money, like young, making money, flexing and putting up, his money and talking about, I used to love his song, Money. Like, every day I think about the money. I used to love that song, and he used to always like be in his music, real lit, live, talking his talk or whatever. I had to finesse you out your, sorry, but I had to finesse you out your money, and I had to type of philosophy. So it seems like the more money the youth gets, it causes a lot of issues also, because with the SK situation, he ended up going on because I think of like they found him, I guess he had, like people that like those, styrofoam cups and purple stuff in them styrofoam cups, honey. Them substances can really cause a lot of issues, but that's something that a part of the flexing type of lifestyle in hip-hop or rap or whatever you want to call it. That's something that's heavily promoted to the youth also. And so people think that, oh, to be cool, I have to flex this money, I have to, finesse people out they racks. I have to, drink these certain substances. And it's like, are these habits causing the downfall of these young men? Because even with the whole Pop situation, you know, up and coming young man, very talented. And it just seems like there's a pattern, like, with this. They get a lot of money, and he's on social media, like, with the married stuff, and he has the address of where he's gonna be at, and tagging his it's just like, in the world we live in, there's so many people that they kind of like, especially hating type people, they be watching your social media to catch you, or to get info on you. Like, there's literally people that sit and they be trying to go through your Facebook and different social media, and that's what happens to Pop. Like, it just seems like he wasn't very careful not to have the addresses showing and stuff like that. And with him, he also, it kind of reminded me of like the whole hanging with a big entourage and being a part of a organization or a group, which they're heavily going in on, or shutting down in New York right now. The whole GANG situation. Excuse me, y'all. I'm over here trying to drink coffee, and it almost went down the wrong way. Excuse me. But y'all know that they going hard on them organizations. I'm gonna call them organizations, and them groups, people being organizations, y'all. But they really trying to come after those people. And a lot of the youth now, they're looking at their favorite rappers and entertainers, and they're trying to replicate that to be a part of something. Maybe they came from a broken home or whatever, and they're trying to be a part of something. And that, him being, I guess, maybe affiliated with a group or organization, could that have led to Pop's downfall? You feel what I'm saying? Posting his location, and then it's just people looking at you, you flashing money, and you got all these nice clothes on, like he in the nice cars. It just reminded me so much of SK, because SK also would be in them nice cars, flexing money, talking about I could take your girl type stuff. And it just reminded me so much of this flexing activity and being a part of a group, and this whole this whole flexing image, and the whole image that they have today for these young rappers is really causing the downfall of the youth. I really feel like it, because it's just like, it's sad how this young man, Pop, went on to the glory, and it's just like, I didn't even know, like, I was just looking up certain stuff or whatever, and people was talking about how people was, just running up in people houses in Beverly Hills and stuff like that, and all kind of stuff. So it's like, I mean, and then it also, that reminded me of the whole Pac and Biggie situation on the West Coast once again. So it's like, trying to live lavish. It's, it's a lot of people dreams to make it big, go to LA, spend a lot of money, shop, wear all that jewelry and stuff. And unfortunately, the flexing type of lifestyle, it attracts people that stay like, you make money and I take money type of philosophy. They looking from the side like, what? He think he finna be coming through the city? And this is why I remember back when 6ix9ine was running around a lot of places with security, and a lot of people was trying to, clown him for that. But this is why you have to have all of that security, because it's people looking at you. They feel like you live in a certain way, and they maybe want access to that. Or if you are part of an organization, it could be any type of situation, a tiff between people. You could have said something to somebody. They feel like they want clout, and maybe going after a certain person can get them clout. Or then you have certain people who they get into the alternative type of theories, where they feel like these young and up and coming rappers, it seemed like, for maybe already developed rappers or mainstream rappers that already assigned and they have them number ones, could this have been something for one of them? it's so many theories and stuff out there. I'm not gonna get into that, all of that in this video, but that's what I've been hearing in the streets, because that's a constant trend also. You know, this flexing, you know, organization type of lifestyle, and it just causes the downfall. So it's like these young rappers, they do all of this for a look. And this is why I also included, you know, Tekashi in this video, because just think back to, you know, he's still here, but think back to how when he was 18 hanging around these people and doing bugged out stuff and putting it on Instagram, and got him caught up, and he basically told La Policia, like, oh, I did it for my image. So instead of him learning from that situation when he was, when he was 18, he continued to do stuff to boost his image. He started, you know, trying to link up with people, you know, TW, his group that he was with, and to be able to run around doing these shenanigans and the stuff that he was doing. And then look at what that got him. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like it's a constant pattern. And then speaking of this trend of, you know, people flexing and, you know, being a part of these groups and it causing their downfall, I think about Bobby, you know, Mr. Smoney. Y'all know what his real name is. I'm just not gonna say his name for the purposes of YouTube, but you know, he did a feature with Tekashi, and you know, he had the whole, you know, song that was major called the Hot End song, and you know, the Smoney dance and all this other stuff that people was doing, and he was like major. But it's like all of the activity and the group he was hanging with and stuff he was doing overshadowed the success. So it's like, it's to me, it's seeming like this has become a revolving door, like a pattern, to where these young men, it's like they see this as success doing certain stuff, but it's really causing their downfall. Like it's costing a lot of them. Like I can even think about, you know, NBA YoungBoy. You feel what I'm saying? Him getting caught up in all them situations. Kodak. You feel what I'm saying? It's becoming a pattern, and it's way too many of these young men getting, you know, caught up. Either they going on to the glory, or they getting jammed up to where they in the lockup. You feel what I'm saying? And all of the rest of their life is just, you know, ruined some type of way. And it's like, is flexing and wanting to be famous and, you know, doing all these stunts and doing all this stuff, is it really worth it in the end? Because we don't know what this young man Pop, you know, could have became. We only got a little glimpse of, you know, him being talented and the rest of that. You feel what I'm saying? All because, you know, a lot of people are saying it could have been, you know, his ties to, you know, being involved in a group. You feel what I'm saying? And then too, you hanging around a bunch of people also, it's like everybody is not happy for you. And people will gather together to go up against you. Trust me, I've seen it happen. People get to being jealous. Honey, Mr. Badman, don't jealous me, okay? Anyway, people get jealous, and they just sitting there, like, they will sit in front of your face and want to be a part of your entourage or around you, all to plot and to pull these type of stunts. Like, look at what happened with Tekashi. Tekashi, you know, making, you know, popular song after popular song, and these people literally was plotting on this man to send him on to the glory, taking all the boy money and all kind of stuff. And these was grown behind individuals. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, if the youth and these young men is gonna stand a chance, yo, they gonna need better role models, and definitely the Most High God, because this is sad that this man Pop, this young man, went on like this. 20 You feel what I'm saying? And they say, like, in the LA Times, they said, like, a group of people, including one wearing a mask, and, they had them ooh la las. They busted into a posh Hollywood Hills home early Wednesday and lit it up. So it's just like, obviously this young man would have been super successful, because if you look at just the numbers he was doing on YouTube, and a lot of people was talking about him, like he was bubbling. A lot of people was talking about him, but it got fizzled out like that. So it's like, don't look at these rappers and be like, oh, I need to emulate or be a part of certain lifestyles and stuff like that. You gotta live the correct way so that you can attract the right type of energy, yo. Because when you live like flashing and antagonizing people, like I'm talking about Tekashi when I say that, like, cause he knew that it was a bunch of old heads and people hating on him, because he was getting money and that sort of stuff, and he was doing a lot of stuff to cause him a lot of issues. And I remember CTG from the Breakfast Club told him that, but it caused him a lot of issues, and wanting to maintain this image for social media caused a lot of issues. With the Speaker Knockerz situation, very talented young man. I like, my favorite song by him was Erica Kane, honey. That was my jam. And Lonely by him. And it's just like, what happened with him was, like I said, them styrofoam cups with that grape stuff in it, a little fizzy looking soda type of grape stuff in it. And it causes, it's like when you live a certain way, they say you live by the sword and then you go on to the glory by the sword. So it's like, if you make certain choices, you got to make choices. You know how the Most High God say, choose ye this day, because at least if you choose to live righteous, you know that you lived a righteous life, even if something, God forbid, do happen that you don't expect, right? But it also lowers the chances of something happening to you. You feel what I'm saying? But it's just this age of social media. Like, I was looking at a video about the Pop situation, and they said, like, literally, whoever it was, they believe they was watching him via his social media, the same way that La Policia, they watch people's social media that they believe is connected to these organizational little groups out here. So he was posting, Beverly Hills, and then you sitting there flashing money and all this with the money phone. You know how people do the money phone, or they count up, and it's like, yo, there are people out here that they see you making money and they want to take money. Like, if y'all notice, a lot of billionaire people, they don't walk around how people that's melanated from the original community do. Like, it's like when melanated people first get money, they get all this jewelry and all this stuff, and it's like a beacon. You feel what I'm saying? It's like all this attention that they want on themselves. And if you from New York, then y'all know what I mean, because people, not all of the people from New York, but the people that that's from around the way, they be like dressed down, and you be like, where are you going? But they want that type of attention. You feel what I'm saying? And when you have that type of attention where you're just flashy, you feel what I'm saying? Just think about the paid in full story, right? Like, this is why I said, is flexing becoming a problem in the whole hip hop thing and causing the downfall of some of these young rappers, because they're living a certain lifestyle, promoting certain lifestyles, and it's kind of costing them. You feel me? Think about the paid in full situation. How, Rich was the flashy one. You feel what I'm saying? And it costed him, in the end though. The one that wasn't as flashy and the one that was low key, that they was calling, you know, AZ, he wasn't that flashy, but he was low key. You feel what I'm saying? Also, if you think about the whole flexing type of lifestyle, if you think about the whole flashy type of lifestyle, just think about John Gotti. When he was like, he told Sammy the Bull, this is my, you know, people were trying to take pictures of him, and he like, you want me to go get rid of those people across the street? They're taking pictures. And he's like, no, that's my public. So anytime that you start flexing and bringing attention to yourself, people that you probably don't want paying attention to you starts to pay attention to you. You feel what I'm saying? So, man, I just personally feel like this is becoming a sad situation, because a lot of these young men, they, you know, probably didn't have role models. I'm not gonna say all of them, but they probably didn't have the role models that they should have had, because, you know, the lifestyle of being glamorous and being a part of these organizations, that clearly is not the move right now. Because if they catch that you are in a part of these situations, look at what's going on with the Cardi best friend Star right now. So New York is definitely not playing, and it's seeming like, you know, just like I said, thinking back to the whole B.I.G. and Tupac situation, going to the West Coast, they wasn't playing on that side of that part of the, you know, the U.S. either, when it came to that G culture over there. You feel what I'm saying? And not, I think it was Blueface or somebody that said this, not getting with the right people to know what to do on that side of the coast, I think also could have been a mistake for Pop also, because certain areas may not be like your areas back home. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you definitely should ask somebody when you come into different cities to see where you should stay and what to do, because that's wild how that happens to that young man like that. What are y'all's thoughts on this whole situation? I kind of feel like, you know, it's sad how, you know, you seeing a lot of the fall of these young men out here because of the examples that's being said. Certain lifestyles is glamorized, and it's just, you know, these young men so talented. All three of these young men that I'm talking about, so talented. You feel me? They could have been, you know, amounted to a lot of things, but it got, you know, unfortunately, the light got, you know, dimmed out a little bit because of different choices and things that happen, unfortunately. Different series of events that happen, unfortunately. It's KingBritneyChanel. Definitely make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely let me know what you think in the comment section, in the chat, and I will see y'all soon on the next video. Hey honeys, thank you for watching my video, and if you haven't, definitely make sure you check out my Teespring, KingBritneyChanel Couture, where you can find my latest merch. I upload a lot of new designs frequently, so definitely make sure you check it out. We have mugs, we have wall tapestries, canvas art, pillows, fleece blankets, apparel, and so much more. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all on my next video.